Hello YouTube, Kingpin of Cinema here with
the QB999.
And since it is Halloween, it kind of explains why we're in these awesome get-ups, and I wish we could be like this all the time.
Now here, this is why I was the Joker. Because of that one right there. You know, it's the code. You gotta match.
You kind of have to. And if for all of you guys out there that don't know, Wario, that's who I am. I do this.
Yours well known as Waluigi.
Nobody knows him. So anyhow, since it's Halloween, we decided to do something of a Halloween special. Hopefully, well, this will probably not be up before Halloween, but you know, whatever. I grabbed a whole bunch of movies from my horror collection, which is pretty substantial. I have been collecting horror movies for quite some time. In fact, when I was in high school, the only two things I collected were anime and horror movies. Kind of wish I would have spent more on the horror movies.
Well, now he's catching up now.
Well, I've caught up.
So we're going to go in the order of just whatever he grabs first.
Because I really don't want to put it like in an exact order, because to me, all these movies are special. They're all #1.
Now, I haven't seen all of them, so I won't input a whole lot, but, you know, as we come up to ones I've seen, I will put in my input.
Yep, so without further ado, this is Halloween special. Great horror movies to watch on Halloween. How many more times can I say Halloween? The first one up is Unspeakable Horror. These are the classics that I'm going to throw on the floor. This is silent era films. And the one in particular of this set, there's 3 movies on it, is The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, a German expressionist horror movie that is amazing. And it has a twist ending at the end of it that's better than almost all of Shyamalan's twist endings combined. So check it out. And if that was enough, you get The Hunchback of Notre Dame with
That's one,
The Man of 1,000 Faces.
Wasn't that like the first horror movie ever made?
From Universal.
Yeah.
The Universal Studios will make a point of telling you that's their first horror movie. And with Lon Chaney, The Man of 1,000 Faces. And you get Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Equally as awesome. So, awesome. Next up on our list, Trick or Treat.
This is one I did see.
Our camera person hated this one.
Yes, I did.
We loved it.
We liked it. I thought it was entertaining.
So I think she has the wrong chromosomes, if you know what I mean. So, Trick or Treat, an anthology horror. This is probably one of the best anthology horrors. And really, really awesome. It has one of the best werewolf transformation scenes ever.
It also has a villain that doesn't really do anything himself, which is pretty, at least until the final story.
Yeah, and then the character of Sockboy, awesome.
Just makes you want to play PlayStation.
The next one on the list is another anthology horror, Creepshow. And this one is great because this was directed by horror legend George A. Romero, script done by Stephen King, special effects by Tom Savini, and hell, you got
Eli Roth?
No, but you got horror's 3 great legends all rolled together in this movie. And hell, even Stephen King acts in it, and he's awesome.
Well, that's just a crock pot of awesome, isn't it?
It is awesome. That's one to definitely check out. Hostel. Eli Roth. That's not because you mentioned Eli Roth before. This is a cool movie. It's probably the best of the torture porn genre. Easily. It was one of the first ones.
The only thing I ever saw of Hostel was the ending to, I think, the second one, where they're playing soccer with a woman's head.
Always fun. Then, we got one of my personal favorites, Planet Terror. This is Rodriguez at his best. It's too bad that Death Proof.
That was...
It was kind of boring.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
That's one of my least favorite Tarantino movies, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Planet Terror. Oh yeah, another good movie of Bruce Willis. Alright. We're on a roll of good Bruce Willis movies. 28 Weeks Later.
Was it better than 28 Days Later?
Yes. Yes, Internet. 28 Days Later sucks. Stop sucking the cock of that movie. This is the superior one. I'm calling it. It is done. 28 Weeks Later is amazing.
Has great rage zombies, good shootout scenes. You have a fucking helicopter going through a crowd of those guys.
Body limbs everywhere. Love
Let's
it.
continue.
Reanimator.
Didn't see that one.
Oh, yeah, you did. This is the one where the guy has the chemical that brings dead people back to life?
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, I'll have to show you. Amazing movie. Has a great scene where a bodiless head, a severed head, gives head to a woman.
I've seen that part.
If that doesn't sell you on seeing this, then I don't know what will. Then we got another one of my personal favorites, Return of the Living Dead.
This was a freaking hilarious movie. Just the fact that it just ends with a nuclear bomb. It's like watching a game of StarCraft.
Really, it's like these people situation goes from bad to worse to worse to worse, and it's just like it's a party movie. You go to a party and you show this movie and everybody gets into it. It's a lot of fun. You have to watch this. Then it wouldn't be complete without Evil Dead. The great Evil Dead trilogy with Ash and I can't really say anything else. It's Evil Dead. If you don't love it, you suck. Then Dawn of the Dead.
Now you have the original version and the remade version, which is equally good.
Which is just as good. But personally, this is like my favorite, my all-time favorite, absolute favorite zombie movie ever made. You know, the remake is really good too. But if you had a choice between choosing two of them, watch this one. This is the deluxe one. I got 3 versions of this film all together in this package. Great.
As far as zombie movies go, there's none that can really top it.
It's hard. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the classic. One of the best horror movies ever made.
It's what gave Universal the idea for... I guess that's what kind of brought all the fear of all the chainsaws to life.
Yeah, pretty much. This movie literally made people go vegetarian. Terrific movie. Definitely check that out.
And the last one, probably one of the greatest horror movies of all time, in our opinion.
John Carpenter's The Thing.
This movie is one of the ones you can watch over and over again and still be amazed at the special effects.
The special effect. This movie was made in 1982, and the special effects look just as good today in the CG world that we live in. Look just as good today as it did in the 80s.
Now, they are doing a remake, prequel, sequel to this movie. We're afraid.
Yeah. But hey, even if that movie sucks, we will always have this. This is a classic. And you know, I'm glad they're doing a prequel and not trying to remake this, because... Well, you know, to be fair, this is a remake to the 1950s one, but... Dude, this movie is just amazing. Come on, you got Walter Brimley in it.
Him and his low blood sugar.
Well, that's our horror list, and hopefully you enjoyed it, and have a happy Halloween.